Welcome to the Idaho Business Podcast, the only Idaho podcast focused on providing profits for Idaho people. If you love our state and love small business, you are in the right place. We interview local legends, learn business, and have way too much fun doing it. You're listening to the Idaho Business Podcast with your friend, host, and all-around great guy and owner of New Clean Commercial Cleaning, Spencer Ward.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Idaho Business Podcast. Man, I'm excited to be in front of you all today. We're in November now. Now that you're listening, we're in November. We're winding down the year. Man, this year's gone fast. I hope you guys have found some enjoyment this year. I hope you have tackled some of your goals or all of your goals. If not, we're going to talk some about that today. I hope you found some more gratitude in your life, some more excitement, some more happiness, and maybe just overall confidence. As always, we're sponsored by Health West. These guys are phenomenal. Give them a Google, find where they're closest to you, see what they can do for your family and loved ones, and give them a visit. We're also sponsored by one of my companies, New Clean Commercial Cleaning. If we could help you with your toilet scrubbing needs, coming into flu season, we will make you this offer as well. You give us a call at 208-254-7070. You let us know you heard about us on the podcast. We will come and do a full office sterilization for you just because it's the flu season, and do a full reset of your office. Keep your employees healthier throughout the year, absolutely for free. Just give us a holler, and that will be our gift to you, just because you listen to the podcast. All right, everyone. Today, I was thinking, we're down to the last 2 months of the year here. I'm thinking myself, okay, down to the last 2 months. What have I accomplished this year? What do I need to accomplish still? And then also still giving myself some love. Okay, what have you accomplished? And give myself some gratitude for the things I have accomplished, and saying, hey, you know what? You have done good in these areas. Congratulations. You have to give yourself some love. If you don't, you're constantly fighting against yourself. I don't think that's a good way to live. Many of you might, enjoy that, but I think you got to find yourself. You got to give yourself some credit and say, you know what? I did do really well this year in this and this and this. But what remains on your goal sheet that's yet to be accomplished? What's something that's gnawing at you that you haven't got done yet? Why isn't it done? You've had 10 months now. Why isn't it done? Isn't it important? If it's not important and you've been thinking about it for 10 months, maybe it's not that important. Maybe it's something that you shouldn't be doing. Maybe it's something you should say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm going to hire someone to do it. If it's like, hey, I'm going to learn how to type so many more words a minute. Is it really that important for you to do that this year? Or, if you are in the computer programming, or if you're in the computer fields and you're like, you know what, I'd like to learn this skill because it's going to make me more marketable. If I don't know coding, maybe I'm going to learn coding, and I don't know that world at all. I've got friends in that world. I rely heavily on them. But if I was in that world and I'm thinking I want to make myself more marketable, that would be something that I would think, yeah, that's something that's a goal that I would want to put for myself and needs to get done. So if that hasn't got done, well, what's stopping you? Or it could be anything, what is it on your sheet? No, if it's not done right now, what's stopping you? Why isn't it done? Are you worried about what people may think if you make that step? Are you worried that you'll fail? I firmly believe that social media is the biggest threat and almost the biggest helpmate to us as well. That it helps us to get business done. There's people that get a lot of sales and and marketing and stuff done with social media, but then we also see everyone's perfect side of their lives on social media. And when we're down or something's going on in our lives, we're thinking, man, Debbie's on vacation, man, Brock over there is just constantly killing it with everything he's closing, of course they're posting their wins. They're not going to post every time they're shoveling manure to get out of Hell's Kitchen. So you got to keep that in perspective. They're posting that kind of stuff. So when you're going to take that leap of faith of like, you know what, I'm going to learn something new. I'm going to, hey, you know what, I've got this side business running. I think it's time for me to take a leap of faith and step away from my job and make this thing a full-time deal and make this sucker run. Now, are you worried about, what your parents may think, or your in-laws may think, or whatever, or your workmates may think? Because if you have, negative people around you, of course they're going to be saying, "Oh, you're an idiot. There's no way you're going to make that work. The economy is about ready to turn. There's no way your company's going to survive." Yada, yada, yada. There's going to be 10,000 reasons why they tell you not to do something. But do you see them trying to do anything? Do you see them trying to give any risks? No. So don't take advice from people that aren't going to take a leap of faith, and they're going to sit there on their recliners telling you how to, to run your life. So don't let something like that stop you. I had a conversation with my boys the other night. We were talking about, I think my oldest son, I think he didn't do very well on the math test. And I think he's probably going to kill me later on in life when he listens to this, but I think he actually failed it because he wasn't prepared for it. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. He's a smart kid. He's doing a lot better now in that class. I think he's actually got an A in that class. But I think it was just a quiz at that point. And he's in sixth grade now. He's trying to, he's finally getting those letter grades and, helping him understand, like, this is not the BTs, the NTs, the MT grades, and those that don't have that grading system. It's below target and near target and meets target. That's the grading system in our area for K through 5. And we were talking about, failure, what it means to fail. And he was beating himself up like, I failed, like I'm a loser. I'm a failure. And I said, guys, you know what? You know how many times I've failed in life? Do you think I'd be where I'm at now if I hadn't failed multiple times? If I failed in a few business ventures before I've gotten to this point. I've failed in countless different aspects of personal aspects of my life. I've failed with trying to get in shape and pull many times in my life. I've failed at trying to, diet, whatever it may be. There's failure all the way through. But the problem is, I feel like with the educational system is that it's pass or fail. And if you fail, that's what's going to define you. But that doesn't define you. We're in the real world here. What does failure teach you? If you have some resolve within you, it's going to teach you, what? I've learned something from this. Every time I've failed, I've learned, okay, that's what I did wrong. That's what I didn't think about. This is what held me up, and I helped them understand, like, hey, dude, this is just a turning point. You can either stay and wallow with this bad grade that you just got on your quiz, or you can say, you know what, I'm going to kick this next quiz's butt, and I'm going to make this next test, my, what, because I'm going to study, I'm going to prepare, and I'm going to be ready for it. So I was just thinking, I just got done with Relentless, Tim Grover's book. Absolutely recommend it. But I feel like he had a quote, and I feel like it's pertinent here. And he said, confidence means recognizing something isn't working and having the flexibility and knowledge to make adjustments. Cockiness is the inability to Cockiness is the inability to admit when something isn't working and repeating the same mistake over and over because you stubbornly can't admit you're wrong. How many of us, are on the confidence side or on the cockiness side because, we're scared, we're thinking we're confident, but honestly, we're scared. So we're scared and we're pushing this cockiness out because we're, and you can also see that the cockiness definition aligns itself with the insanity definition, with doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. And also it's I can't remember who quoted this as well, but it's having a fool for a master, because you only listen to yourself. You don't think you're ever wrong. But that's the difference between someone who's trying to take a step out, not worrying, hey, what if I fail? What if I do this? But what if you succeed? What if you succeed? People that are around you, the naysayers are going to say, you're going to fail. When you fail, you're going to lose everything. You're going to be right back here working, and we're going to be laughing at you. Number one, distance yourself away from those people because they are toxic. You don't need them in your life. And number two, don't be afraid of failure. If you fail, it's something you're going to learn from. All the top people have failed in life. Michael Jordan gets cut from his sophomore basketball team. Look at what happened to Michael Jordan, who's the greatest of all time. David Goggins, at one point of his life, he was 300 pounds, and then he decided this life is not for me, and he became a Navy SEAL. He graduated all these different, Delta, all these different special forces trainings, and he accomplished so much, and he had these world record times and all these ultra marathons and extreme races that he did. So you have to decide, hey, what am I going to do? Let's go back to now. What are we going to accomplish in the next 2 months? There's a lot more that can be accomplished in 2 months than we think can be done in an entire year. I think sometimes we space things out thinking, I've got a full year to get this accomplished, but now, hey, I haven't got it accomplished now. I've got 2 months. What am I going to get done in 2 months? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to get done in 2 months. I've been plateauing lately with my weight. I've been lifting every morning. I get up every morning, 4 a.m, get to the gym at 5. I've been lifting. I've been eating pretty good. I can do a lot better. I want to lose 10 more pounds by the end of the year. So that's something that's the goal that's going to happen. I'm developing an app for the service industry, particularly the janitorial industry with my a partner of mine that we're co-owners. I've been putting together the internal structure of our business because we're so hyper focused on working with our development company and for this app that I have literally just put off. Okay, how exactly is this company going to run? Where's customer service going to be? What's this? How are all the little aspects going to run for this subscription based app that we're going to be rolling out hopefully at the beginning of the year 2024. It's the first time I've mentioned it. So that's the other thing that I'm going to get accomplished. It's something that I've been putting off all year round. So it's going to happen in the next 2 months. We're going to get together. We're going to make stuff happen. I'm going to stop putting that stuff off. So I don't care if it's, hey, I'm going to finally go meet with my dietitian to eat better, or I'm going to go get those extra 2 accounts that I want. Make them specific, make them measurable. Let's get some stuff done. I'm telling you, for someone who was overweight for 10 plus years, if you haven't done it by now and you've been struggling with it for a while, Don't keep thinking you're just going to do it by yourself. At this point, go talk to a dietitian. Jared Barton, who's been on our episode, one of our episodes, or maybe 2 episodes at this point, fantastic person. Go talk with him. He can help you. Invest in yourself. Invest some money into that process and make it happen. Have an accountability partner. Make something happen there. Have an accountability partner for your professional goals and personal goals. This is huge. Tie yourself to that person. Tie yourself to these goals. So I'm hoping, like always, I've said something of worth in this last 12 or 15 minutes, however long I've been rambling. So what can you accomplish in the next 2 months? Think to yourself, what have I been putting off? What can I do? As always, go out, be happy, be grateful, and find opportunities to go serve others. Until next time, until next week, adios, and we'll see you later.
Congratulations on spending a couple of minutes getting a little bit smarter, having some fun, and supporting the Idaho business community. If you're feeling the love, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you are.